After receiving 30 million RMB, they backed out and ran away, then turned around and demanded another 50 million US dollars. In the past couple of days, a surrogacy agreement from overseas bearing the English name of actress Jing Tian has gone viral online, thrusting China's top celebrity Jing Tian into the center of a storm. But this isn't some gossip about a female celebrity with poor character running off with money. Rather, it's a political scandal orchestrated by the Chinese Communist Party using a female star as the stage. In China's entertainment industry, it's almost impossible to reach the top without family connections or powerful backers. Yet Jing Tian is an extremely unusual case. She was born into an ordinary family, but has achieved things others wouldn't even dare to dream of. What's even more unsettling is that in today's information age, where there are no secrets, Jing Tian's backer remains a complete mystery. To maintain such a spotless record at this level is, in itself, proof of the extraordinary power and influence of the person behind the scenes. Because of this, two major unsolved mysteries have always circulated in China's entertainment industry. Who exactly is the powerful figure behind Jing Tian? And why does Jing Tian remain unpopular no matter how hard she tries? These two mysteries are like the gold-backed conjecture of China's entertainment industry, having puzzled countless gossip enthusiasts for years. Today, this major scandal has brought to light a wealthy tycoon who could give Jing Tian the confidence to demand a sky-high price of 300 million, seemingly pointing to that elusive behind-the-scenes boss who has been the subject of endless speculation for years, but has always remained hidden. Now that figure is beginning to emerge, faintly visible. Today, taking advantage of this surrogacy scandal, let's use the most hard-hitting content to dig into the true identity of the man behind it all. The scandal broke when a blogger revealed actress Jay signed a surrogacy deal with her wealthy boyfriend for $100,000, which he paid. He then transferred 50 million yuan to her and even used his private jet to fly her to LA, booking a luxury hotel floor and a private heated environment for her. But on the day of the procedure, the woman refused to cooperate, citing her menstrual period as the reason, and then left for China without informing anyone. Afterwards, she even demanded that the man pay her another 50 million US dollars as compensation, which is over 300 million yuan. The two of them fell out because of this. The reason this revelation came to light today is because of a key piece of evidence. On the signature page at the beginning and end of a contract, there is an English signature with the name Jing Tian written as Tianjing. Netizens even compared this signature with Jing Tian's previous public signatures and found that the handwriting is highly similar, so they pointed the finger at Jing Tian. Jing Tian Studio's response was even more intriguing. Just 23 minutes after the revelation came out, Jing Tian Studio responded with a strongly worded denial of the related content, stating that they reserve the right to pursue legal action. However, the studio only issued a standard electronic official statement. There was no substantive rebuttal to the allegations. For example, they didn't point out any flaws or provide proof that the contract was forged. Strangely, the statement did not mention the word surrogacy at all, from beginning to end. Think about it. They denied everything so quickly and so firmly, yet deliberately avoided the most important accusation, surrogacy. This just doesn't make sense because surrogacy has always been illegal in China. And for a woman, being associated with surrogacy basically means the end of her career. So if there really wasn't any surrogacy, how could they not refute the accusation of surrogacy? What's even more interesting is that a day later, Sina published an article that didn't discuss whether the rumor was true or not, but simply concluded from a legal perspective that surrogacy agreements are invalid across the board in China. This, well, feels a bit like besieging Wei to rescue Zhao. But the question is this Zhao being rescued Jing Tian or someone else? Think about it. If the rumor is true, then the contract was most likely leaked by the man or someone close to him who knows the inside story. The man, in a fit of anger, wants to force Jing Tian to pay back the money or completely ruin her reputation. But under the overwhelming wave of netizens eagerly gossiping, the situation has clearly spiraled out of control. Especially overseas, the name of a man who is extremely taboo has already been vaguely hinted at. Just as public opinion was about to cross the line, Sina stepped in and released a popular science post explaining the legal invalidity. What kind of move is this? They're trying to reframe a potentially politically charged sex scandal as a civil dispute over an economic conflict caused by a breach of contract. They're forcibly switching the track for the public, aren't they? Friends, do you feel it? If you agree with me, give me a like to let me know. The question is, whose side is Sina really on? If you think Sina is helping Jing Tian send a message to the man from afar, threatening him with something that's completely useless, since the law doesn't recognize a worthless piece of paper, then type Jing Tian in the comments. If you don't see it that way, and think that Sina is actually trying to quietly put out the fire and protect someone else hiding in the shadows, then type someone else in the comments. So, who exactly is this Zhao in the strategy of besieging Wei to rescue Zhao? Here, we need to look at today's extraordinary, yet extremely rare and mysterious backer. In 1988, Jing Tian was born into an ordinary family in Xi'an. Her father did some small business, and her mother was a grassroots civil servant. You could say that before 2005, she was just a nobody among millions of ordinary families. She had no notable political capital or background to speak of. But in 2005, just after graduating from the affiliated high school of Beijing Dance Academy, and not yet 18, Jing Tian's life script was rewritten by an invisible hand. That year, a company called Brilliant Star Film and Television suddenly appeared out of nowhere and signed her. Strangely, for quite a long period, this company had only Jing Tian as its sole signed artist. Hundreds, even thousands of people in the entire company spared no expense, all revolving around this one young girl. That's when things started to seem off, but what was even more unbelievable was yet to come. In 2006, before Jing Tian had even entered college, the company released her first solo EP. Who are you? Let's take a look at the production team assembled just to give this newcomer some experience. The music producer was the renowned Zhang Yedong. Who is he? He's the go-to top-tier producer for stars like Fei Wong and Pu Shu. The MV director was Ning Hao, the genius who had just finished filming Crazy Stone and was taking the industry by storm. To allocate such top-tier resources to a complete newcomer is simply unbelievable. And that's not all. By 2007, just 1 year after her debut, Jing Tian, she actually took third place in the CCTV China Arts Chart for mainland female singers. On the awards stage, even the legendary Li Guyi and the then popular Jin Sha became mere foils to this 19-year-old newcomer. That same year, she received her admission letter from the Beijing Film Academy. Later, Jing Tian starred in 2 TV dramas in a row, but both were lukewarm in their reception. The big boss behind the scenes started to get restless. Since TV dramas weren't working, let's switch to making movies. And if we're going to do it, let's go big. So in 2011, a new peak in the history of bad Chinese films was born, the movie Warring States. This film had a budget of 150 million yuan. What did that mean at the time? Even the star-studded empresses in the palace had a total investment of only 70 million yuan. Warring States was more than twice that amount. In 2011, Sun Honglei was offered Warring States. Seeing Jing Tian as lead, he hesitated but couldn't refuse. He tactfully said, "I'll do it for 10 million yuan, though his rate was then far lower. It was 3 times his usual rate, but the producer agreed. After Sun Honglei arrived on set, he realized the production team was truly generous. Not only did they hire him, but they also brought in big names like Francis Ng, Kim Hee-sun, and Zhang Wu to play supporting roles for Jing Tian. The production team's wealth was directly related to the investor. The investor for Warring States was named Lu Zhen. She is no ordinary person. Despite a massive production, Jing Tian didn't become a star. This film, costing 150 million yuan, made less than 70 million. Since top actors failed to make her famous, they tried pairing her with Hong Kong and Taiwanese superstars. In 2013, Jackie Chan teamed with her for Police Story. Then, Chow Yun-fat and Nicholas Tsai co-starred in The Man from Macau. As everyone knows, Jackie Chan has quite the reputation in the entertainment industry for being handsy with women. Many actresses have been groped by him, and even Song Zuying has been flirted with. But when it comes to Jing Tian, isn't it amazing? Jackie Chan has always behaved himself around her, acting like a perfect gentleman and never daring to cross the line. Male friends, in this situation, I just want to ask you, do you think he's simply not interested, or is he just afraid? Leave a comment and let me know. While others have to struggle for 20 years to access certain resources, Jing Tian experienced them all in just a few short years. When Chinese male actors and directors couldn't help her rise, the powerful figures behind the scenes took things up a notch and elevated her to an international level. He brought in China's top director Zhang Yimou, hired a Hollywood stunt team, and invested a full 1 billion RMB to produce the film The Great Wall. The cast included Andy Lau, Zhang Hanyu, Lu Han, Wang Zhongkai, and even Hollywood superstar Matt Damon, all for one purpose: to elevate Jing Tian. On the movie's promotional poster, even the name of superstar Andy Lau was placed below Jing Tian's. In the end, this film lost $75 million in the international market, just like that. Jing Tian still didn't become popular. Since she couldn't make it big in China despite all the effort, she decided to go straight to Hollywood. So Jing Tian inexplicably appeared in Hollywood blockbusters like Kong, Skull Island, and Pacific Rim 2. The Hollywood Film Awards even went so far as to create a brand new, never-before-seen and never-to-be-seen again award just for her: the Hollywood Best International Actor Award. Friends, let me ask you, can you believe it? If someone stars in a flop, well, maybe it's just bad luck. But to be able to make big budget flops for 10 years straight, regardless of cost and completely ignoring market rules. To keep making massive flops and still have the world's top stars willingly serve as mere background for her, unshakably, time after time. At this point, it's not even a question of whether you believe it or not. There must be someone powerful backing her. However, just when everyone thought Jing Tian would continue down this real-life magical path of rewriting her fate, an unexpected turning point arrived without any warning. On March 28, 2018, Zhang Jike announced his relationship with Jing Tian on Weibo, sharing a photo of them on the beach. Jing Tian reposted it, confirming the news. Almost overnight, it was as if the extraordinary resources surrounding Jing Tian were suddenly cut off, like someone had flipped a power switch. Since then, she has not taken on any major theatrical films or big-budget TV dramas, but instead started accepting roles in low-budget web series. For example, the only project that brought her some renewed fame, Rattan, was filmed in 2019. Compared to the blockbuster films with investments of over $1 billion that Jing Tian starred in before 2018, Rattan seems downright shabby. This was just an A-level web series, and the production was so strapped for cash that the director, Li Muge, had to step in and play a role himself due to budget constraints. Even the main character's assistant was pulled in to fill out the cast. How did Jing Tian end up in such a situation? By 2020, things got even tougher for Jing Tian. The Guangzhou Municipal Market Regulatory Authorities fined her over 7 million yuan for endorsing illegal advertisements. Although the amount wasn't huge, there were also strict administrative penalties. She was banned from taking on any commercial endorsements for 3 years. This incident officially marked Jing Tian's complete loss of her once special background. Just look, a mere department-level agency was actually able to openly go after Miss Jing herself. From her fresh and elegant debut in 2006 to having all her resources wiped out by 2018. Then came the public punishment in 2022. Two clear timelines intersect here. Jing Tian's rise and fall in resources perfectly mirrored her relationship status. So who is that powerful figure behind the scenes who could casually move billions? Who exactly is he? It's not easy to find out. We have to start with the investors. Let's start digging into Jing Tian from the investors. In her early movies and TV dramas, there was mainly one company involved, the very company we mentioned earlier, Starlight Brilliant, which seemed to exist solely for TR. The owner of this film and television company is Lu Zhen. In The Legend of Sun Zi Today, he invested 50 million, and in My Beautiful Boss, 30 million. Logically, such a wealthy and generous tycoon who dotes on Jing Tian so much should have been exposed long ago. But this Lu Zhen only has a name. There isn't a single photo of her anywhere online. She has never appeared in public and has rarely been seen by anyone. Moreover, according to normal business logic, if she really is a wealthy and low-profile tycoon, she should at least have her own main business, right? But if you check the company registries, you still can't find anything, aside from a few private companies set up specifically for Jing Tian. You can't find any other types of businesses under her name, and that's suspicious. As a financial backer, where does your continuous stream of huge funds come from? Where did all this money suddenly appear from out of nowhere? So the only explanation is that this Lu Zhen is not actually the real financial backer at all. He is just a frontman, a white glove proxy holding shares on behalf of someone else. The real person funding Jing Tian, this dazzling beauty, is someone hiding behind Lu Zhen. Interestingly, in 2018, around the time Jing Tian officially announced her relationship with Zhang Jike, a mysterious Lu Zhen transferred all her shares in film and television companies under her name. From then on, the official Weibo account of Xinjiang Film and Television also stopped updating, and both this person and her company disappeared. She disappeared. Although Lu Zhen looked quite clean, what about Wanda? Wanda is actually the second major investor behind Jing Tian. So, can we follow the clues from Wanda and dig up something? Well, as it turns out, we really can. Keep listening. Wanda's support for Jing Tian can be said to have gone through a clear, progressive process. In the early days when Jing Tian had just debuted, she couldn't really be considered a Wanda-affiliated actress. But later on, Wanda gave her more and more recognition, especially after Wanda acquired Hollywood's Legendary Entertainment. In every international blockbuster invested in by Legendary, Jing Tian was inserted into the cast. Today, her presence is most prominently displayed at the escalator on the second floor of Wanda Cinema in Beijing's CBD. There used to be a row of celebrity handprint displays, and Jing Tian's photo and handprint were always placed in the most central and prestigious position. It could be said that she was truly the Princess of Wanda. But the shrewd Wang Jianlin surely knew that at the time, Miss Jing Tian was famously a box office poison. Wanda is a purely commercial empire. They're not foolish. So why would they go to such lengths and spare no expense to support her? Why would they lavish resources on promoting Jing Tian in a business that was destined to lose money? There are really only two possible reasons behind this. Either Jing Tian was Wang Jianlin's woman, he would spend a fortune just to win a beauty's smile. Or the person standing behind Jing Tian possessed resources that Wang Jianlin was extremely eager to get close to. And these resources must have been political ones. At that time, Wang Jianlin was the richest man in China. Did he really care about wealth? In China, the most important thing in business is political resources. If that's the case, then Wanda was essentially paying tribute with real money to the political resources behind Jing Tian. As for the first, more scandalous possibility, Wang Xikong, known as the disciplinary secretary of the entertainment industry, personally responded on Weibo that his father doesn't know Jing Tian at all. Even Wang Xikong, who is famous for criticizing everyone when talking about this issue, he appeared hesitant to speak, showing extreme restraint and saying that he had been given a strict order. This topic was off limits. Just think about what kind of power it must be to make the son of China's richest man, who usually speaks without any filter, not dare to talk about it. You have to understand, back in the day, Wang Jianlin was someone who could chat and laugh with figures like Bo Xilai. Among Wanda's shareholders were top members of the Chinese Communist Party, families of high-ranking officials at the national level like Wen Jiabao, Jia Qinglin, and Wang Zhaoguo. So whose power is it that Wang Jianlin would go to such lengths to curry favor with, yet is so afraid of that he wouldn't dare reveal even the slightest detail? Following this line of reasoning, let's compare the intertwined timeline of that mysterious tycoon and Jing Tian. Then the answer will soon become clear. Jing Tian debuted in 2006, and from 2009 to 2011 was her period of tentative exploration. From 2012 to 2016, her work surged, with major stars supporting her, and in 2017 she reached her peak, breaking into the international scene with Wanda's strong backing. In March 2018, her rising career came to an abrupt halt due to her relationship with Zhang Jike, while Wanda's investment in Jing Tian increased step by step, starting with a trial investment in 2013, then going all in without regard to cost by 2016 and betting everything on 2018. Then came a complete withdrawal of investment. Based on these two timelines, we can speculate that the man behind Jing Tian is either him personally or a certain member of his family whose political status was on a steady rise from 2007 to 2017. Starting from 2012, this person's power must have reached a new height, which is why it attracted Wanda's attention. In 2016, it reached its peak to the extent that Wanda began to spare no effort in paying tribute. So, which family is this? I believe many of you already have the answer. However, to make our speculation watertight, here I must introduce to everyone another extremely mysterious and glamorous figure. Her name is Zhang Lanlan. If you look through Zhang Lanlan's resume from those years, you'll get an eerily familiar feeling. She also started learning dance in her teens, later switched careers to become an actress and host, and even appeared on the Spring Festival Gala. The talent agency she signed with back then was called Beijing Century Splendor. This company too was established just for her, and she was its only artist. When he first debuted as an actor, what level were the supporting cast? They were the likes of Chen Baoguo, Chen Daoming, Tang Guoqiang, and Wang Gang, China's top actors renowned for playing emperors. Yet, after the script was changed, all these veteran actors were reduced to mere background for him, a newcomer. On set, he enjoyed Hollywood-level privileges, hiring a private hairstylist from Hong Kong at a high salary, having a dedicated nutritionist, a private business vehicle, and even his own personal chef. Just like Jing Tian, he was once called the most well-connected female artist in China, also regarded as a rare beauty, and was promoted in every possible way. But none of it made her famous until 2007, when she suddenly became pregnant, and in 2008 she got married because of the child. After that, she completely withdrew from the screen to support her husband and raise their child. And this Zhang Lanlan's husband is none other than the current leader, Xi Jinping's younger brother, Xi Jinping. Next, I want to make a hypothesis that is extremely harsh, but also very realistic within the circle of CCP elites. First, many powerful and talented men have fixed aesthetic preferences, such as a liking for certain big eyes, similar facial features, or even specific personality traits. Second, these wealthy and capable men, especially high-ranking officials within the CCP system, often cannot avoid situations that arise when their wives are pregnant. Women and beauty, temptations. Now, if we place Mr. Xi Jinping into this life full of mysteries today, you'll find that all the previously inexplicable questions are instantly resolved. Around 2002, Xi Jinping met Zhang Lanlan, who was talented in singing and dancing. Because he liked her so much, he personally established the Century Splendor Entertainment Agency for her and invited actors who specialized in playing emperors nationwide to perform alongside her. In 2006, Xi Jinping met Jing Tian, a fellow Shanxi native who was a full 8 years younger than Zhang Lanlan, in his hometown in Shanxi. That year, Jing Tian was just 17 or 18, at the most innocent, romantic, and beautiful age for a girl. Most importantly, Jing Tian's appearance and demeanor bore a striking resemblance to Zhang Lanlan. With the same aesthetic preferences and a younger body, this middle-aged man once again felt his heart flutter, as if experiencing first love all over again. The following year, in 2007, Zhang Lanlan unexpectedly became pregnant, and the two got married because of the child. Their romance turned into the mundane details of daily family life. Zhang Lanlan exited the stage, and it was precisely in this year that Jing Tian made her entrance. At this point, Xi Jinping's older brother had already entered the crucial evaluation period for being chosen as the crown prince. Xi Jinping no longer dared to step into the spotlight to support Jing Tian the way he had once done for Zhang Lanlan. So he followed the same pattern and found an agent named Lu Zhen, using Lu Zhen to package and promote Jing Tian. In 2013, his older brother officially ascended to the top position, and a new round of power reshuffling began. At this time, countless sharp-nosed super capitalists lined up to curry favor with the Xi family, including Wanda's boss, Wang. But business is like war, and at the time, Wang Jianlin was an old fox who had seen his share of storms. In 2013, the situation at the top was still unstable, and old Wang had his concerns, so although Wanda invested during those years, it did so cautiously. It wasn't until 2016, when the direction was completely clear and the core of power became unshakable, that Wanda fully committed. Regardless of cost, they launched an overwhelming campaign to promote Wanda's princess Jing Tian. So Xi Jinping is the most reasonable explanation for the mystery surrounding Jing Tian. Friends, doesn't this all fit together perfectly? If you spot any flaws, leave me a comment. If you can't find any, you have to give me a like, right? But don't just give me a thumbs up. Type a few words for me so I can feel your enthusiasm. All right, thank you all in advance. Now, let's return to Jing Tian's recent controversy over Dai Bing. Right now, many overseas independent media outlets are pointing their angered fingers at the same name, Xi Jinping. So, looking at Sina's besieging way to rescue Zhao's strategy again, are they really trying to save Jing Tian? All right, friends, if you have anything you'd like to say, leave a comment and share it with me. Friends, what do you think about Jing Tian's surrogacy scandal? And what are your thoughts on the mysterious big shot behind her, Xi Jinping? If you have anything you'd like to say, please leave a comment and share it with me. That's all for today's discussion. If you enjoy my show, don't forget to subscribe. That way, my new videos will appear on your YouTube homepage. And I'd also like to ask a small favor. Please help share my videos with your friends. Every interaction, like subscribing, commenting, or sharing, helps trigger the algorithm and spreads my voice further. Thank you so much in advance. I wish you all a wonderful weekend. Don't forget, we'll be back at the same time tomorrow for another episode of Debate Point. See you then. Don't miss it. Bye-bye.